How's it going, guys? It's Arti with the pack, and I wanted to give you guys one of the attack breakdowns. I mean, I know I promised them to you guys previously, and I want to start getting into that. So, I think I already did one attack breakdown. It had 3 attacks, one with Roman, I believe, King, and then AJ. So, in this one, I'm basically going to be breaking down the open base style because, as you know, with Frank, it can be 3-starred, but there are some people who aren't good with the mass switch attack, which actually leads to that 3-star. So I found a good strategy to get a safe, sure 2-star. And I wanted to share that with everybody because this is a very common base now. People throw it in and you end up getting 0 to 1 stars on it. And I want to make sure that when you guys attack, you're able to do it efficiently. So I was mapping out this base and I found a few things that could work. But the one that worked basically every time, because I practiced and I made sure that whenever I use an attack in war, that it's able to work efficiently so that I don't freaking look like a jackass whenever I'm trying to conduct an attack. I don't want people to think, hey, he just threw together this army and then was like, fuck it. So with this base, we know it's open, and the main thing that this base does is it leads your troops around in a circle, which basically prevents you from hitting that town hall and getting that extra star. So that's what we want to try and prevent. We want to prevent that walking around. In this attack breakdown, I found a good strategy that works. The main thing that you want to look for is double bomb spots, or even big bomb spots. It doesn't matter. You want to look for those spaces that will get your troops killed almost immediately. Now, if you look at this base, there's plenty of spaces in which there could be bomb placements. The main ones, it could be in here with the Tesla, could be over here with the Tesla, doesn't matter, could be there, 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 and could be there. It can also be on the exterior of the base, but it's really not likely. And whenever I preach about attacks, I tell them to look for the thing that's makes sense. You don't want to freaking deploy all your troops in one area because you're like, no, it definitely looks like here. This bomb is going to trigger because it's close to this wall and there's an open gap. No, that's not how it works. You want to look for the places that make the most sense. So looking at this base, I was like, all right, it makes the most sense that he'd have the double or bomb spots within the front of the base. Here, let me take these marks off. All right. So I believe that there's a bomb here, 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 and here. The reason I know that there's only 2 back here is because I attacked it, and that's what made sense. So in the front, I believe these are here because it's basically, like I said, the spot that makes sense. There's few high HP structures right here, so they want to prevent you from actually getting that push straight into the town hall. So without those high HP structures, he doesn't really have that solid of a defense coming from the front. So that being the case, I knew that he'd want to kind of beef up his defenses there, so there had to be one there, one there, one there. After attacking, there were none there, and there were none there, but there's one here, and there's one here, so my assumption was correct. And I based this around, like I said, those high HP structures. If you look to the rear of the base, you see all these structures. You got one gold storage there, one gold storage there, CC there, gold storage, and elixir storage right there. So that's all to the rear of the base. Oh, and there's a dark elixir storage right there. But like I said, that's all to the rear of the base, which leads me even more to believe, all right, he's trying to protect that a lot more because he has all the bombs in the front of the base. Like I said, he doesn't want to give you that direct route. He wants to make sure that he wipes that out. So say you deploy troops there, there, and here. They're basically all taken out by those bomb placements. Your golems will still be alive if that's what you choose to use, or things like that, but your witches will definitely be taken out. So the strategy I came up with was basically a 7 golem attack. I've seen it done on Southern teasers and things like that, and it's done 3 stars depending on the actual Southern teaser layout. So I wanted to try and use it on this base because I figure, alright, I figure that the spots that I want to go for, I want all this cleared out, this cleared out, and I want structures in this center of the base so that it leads my troops straight into that area. So, like, as you can tell now, I obviously attacked from the rear because I knew it'd be the most vulnerable point, especially since he has a freaking single target inferno right there. So that made that a prime target. So, like I said, before I actually get into those core attacks, I want those both sides cleared out. So, like I said, I use 7 golems, 1 being in the CC, so I actually had 6 in my party, and then I used 15 wizards. So, with these golems, let me take that off. You want to make sure, and especially not bringing any darn wall breakers, that your troops get in there. So, I dropped a jump spell right there, right there, right there, and then the last jump spell would eventually be placed there after, like I said, these sides have been cleared out. So then troops just go straight to that core. So you can already see the path that it's making since, where's it? There we go. Since all these structures have been taken out. All that's gone, so now all that leaves me is that direct path to Town Hall. Alright, so with that attack, I've got 7 golems, right? I deploy 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, so that they all go in there, and they're drawing fire from all these structures, right? Behind them, I drop about 5 wizards, so you'd have 1 to clean up there, 1 to clean up there, 1 to clean up there, and then these buildings right there. And I do the same thing over here. So actually on this side, I'm going to deploy 2 golems. 1 there, 1 there. But I do drop 5 wizards to start cleaning up this area. So with these wizards right here, they're not going to go towards that jump spell. They're going to clean, and then they're going to come down and start cleaning these structures. The same to go with these wizards right here. They're going to come down and they're going to clean those structures. While these wizards and the wizards up here go into the spell and take out all these buildings. So comes in and there we go, and it takes out their structures. So now that leaves me with 2 more golems. So with those golems, I send them in right here, and like I said, they have that direct path straight through there. There's nothing to distract them, no defenses or anything like that. And then all you do is deploy the rest of the wizards right here, 5, and they're going to take out all these structures, all of them, all throughout the town hall. After you deploy the golems, you deploy the wizards, and then directly following that, you're going to deploy your heroes. So as you know, with heroes, you want to make sure they have a clearly defined path. I'm going to have 1 arrow for them. And heroes, they follow the same route. They just go straight in, and they basically wipe out the entirety of that base. Now, like I said, with that attack, you're shooting for the sure 2-star. And the way that you're going to do that is by basically doing that attack strategy right there. I did it probably 30 times, I don't even know, and each time I was successful, between 2 to 3 stars. So depending on your hero level, my queen right now is level 34, my king's level 30. But based off of that strategy, they didn't even start taking damage until they got to this area. Once they hit there, then they started taking damage, and king knocked out all these structures. All those structures, queen took out everything else. So, like I said, if you're looking for a sure 2-star strategy, that's one that you might want to look into. My 5th spell, because as you know I'm a Town Hall 10, I used a Rage, which I deployed in this area here just to get me through those structures. And I also had a Poison. The CC ended up getting lured. Since I came from this area right here, the CC came out to meet me there. So I dropped a Poison right on their head, right about there, let's say, and killed them and took no damage. So, like I said, if you're looking for a sure 2-star strategy on some of those open bases, you might want to give that a try. I used 7 golems, one of the golems being in the CC with the wizard and a barb, and 6 in my actual camp space with 15 wizards. So now I'm going to show you guys the actual replay of how everything went down, so make sure you pay attention. And like I said, whenever you're attacking these bases, you want to go for what makes sense. And that attack strategy made sense because it would allow me to keep the most troops alive. If you look closely, you can see that this dude has a level 40 archer queen and I think a level 38 archer or barb king. Way higher than my my heroes. So, and I was still able to wipe this dude out. Ended up getting 70%. So, like I said, here's the base that I attacked, and now you're going to see it live. I want you to watch for my troop placement and the actual pathing that everything takes. With the 2 golems and the heroes and the wizards that are center, they go directly forward because I made a clearly defined path along the sides of the walls. So, let's get into it. Jump spells go down. Golems come out. Wizards followed by to start cleaning those buildings. Golems go down. Wizards behind. Show you up there. 2 golems go down. CC came out. Dropped the poison because I knew they'd fall into that path. And dropped that final jump spell. And as you can see, the side structures are taken out and the troops go directly forward. That single target inferno is only hitting my golem right now, so I'm not even worried about it. I'm not going to use any abilities, just going to drop this rage to clear through these buildings, which went down surprisingly fast. If my wizards had actually followed that path alongside, this probably could have gone a lot farther. Like I said, I practiced it a couple times on random bases that I found in multiplayer, so it has various outcomes, 2 to 3 stars. If you look at my heroes, you see they still have plenty of health left, and they're good to go. Troops are moving forward, golems are breaking apart, distracting, and my heroes are just going to work. I'm already at 59% without the Town Hall even being down. 60% right there. Finally use my BK ability, and he's going to start wrecking those defensive structures. Archer Queen still has loads of life left. Oh no, she's the only troop. Deploy that Royal Cloak. These buildings go down. And there's 70% on a completely maxed out base minus walls. So, like I said, if you guys are looking for a sure 2 fire attack, say you're in a close clan war or something like that, give that attack a try if you run into a base like that. It's Arti with the pack.